What's up guys, welcome back to Mallu TV. Today's video is a continuation from last week. We talked about rules and regulation for citizenship in Sweden. So this video specifically we are talking about a paragraph which has been mentioned about financial thing to get the status of citizenship in Sweden. So if you didn't watch the previous week video, please go and check it out. So before jumping into the video, I would like to give a disclaimer that this is about the financial thing. So the disclaimer is no mean I'm not a financial advisor. So please don't take my word if you are investing your money into these financial assets what I'm gonna talk about. This video is only for entertainment and educational purpose. So if you are still want to invest your money, please study where your money you are investing in. Last not least, I want to tell you that what my mentor said, like, don't be a follower, be a student. So that means everything. So don't follow what I'm talking about or someone else talking about. Just study yourself. All the information is available in the internet. So just study it. And if you think that is if you have a gut feeling that you can still invest your money in the good portfolio, just do it then. Alright, before explaining those things, I will read the paragraph which has been mentioned in Swedish board website. The requirement that you are able to support yourself and your family means you must have the ability to do so in long term. It is not enough to have a temporary income from work or sufficient financial asset at the time of application. You must be able to show that you can support yourself and your family now and in the future through income of long-term nature. So this is the paragraph we are going to talk about. What I'm going to talk about is from my thoughts, personal thoughts. It can be different from person to person. Let's look into the facts what I come up with. Okay, so it says it's not enough to have a temporary income from your job and not having a small financial asset at the time of application. So just imagine, like, if you have a higher salary or something, as I said, like, I don't know what is higher salary, but you just think about like 30 plus or something like that, and you can support your family. I think that's okay to get an application or something. I don't think there is any problem. Or you and your spouse having a job, and yeah, and it's like not even the higher salary, still I don't think that you will get rejection. So I mean rejection or delayed or anything like that. So the most cases this will be happen to the people who have a kind of a lower salary. So let's think like this. We can just take off these people who are having a higher salary. So we'll take it as like people who have a kind of a lower salary or kind of a mid-range salary. So first of all, what people do, if you have for a longer term, if you are thinking about a longer term, what normally people do is kind of put the money in a fixed deposit. So I'm not a huge fan of a fixed deposit because I've been tried for a long time and never had that money for a long time, because in a short period of time you still need to use that money and you will just withdraw the money. So I never seen that kind of a fixed deposit stay. Maybe the people other people can work, but for me it's still not a huge fan of fixed deposit. So you can use a fixed deposit, but again I have some other points which is not good for a fixed deposit, because one important point is like inflation. You can see the normal inflation rate right now is 8%, which means there is no value for the dollar. I mean, what I'm talking about here is a dollar. So because a dollar is one of the reserve currency, so this dollar will be connected to the other currencies as well. So once that dollar fell, the other currencies also will be affected. So I would say if you put that money maybe for example $100 in a bank, and normally as a fixed deposit, so bank normally give you a small percent. Using your money, they will generate more income to support the bank and their financial status. So the inflation rate what I'm seeing right now is kind of a 8%, which is super high, and they're still printing more money. So in the future run, if you keep the money in your bank as a fixed, I don't think there is a value I'm seeing for that currency. So I'm not a huge fan of a fixed deposit, but you can keep your money in a fixed deposit. If I am you, if I am having $100 and I would like to deposit, I would only put a fixer, something like a $20 or something like that. So but it's up to you. You can choose your own way to use that money, how to keep it for a long term. So use a fixed deposit if you want some kind of a financial status before you are praying for your citizenship. All right, next one, normally people, you can put some money in real estate. So here you can buy apartments, house, plots, forest lands, anything like that. You don't need to be a citizen or permanent residence to buy it. There are places you can buy, but again I'm talking about here to generating an income. They want to see, because if you bought a land and keep it there for a long time and it's not generating much of income, but if you're buying a farmland or a forest land, it is producing some kind of an income. Like you put some seeds and you started to cultivate, and yeah, that will be generating income. Again, if you are buying a forest land, that is another income by cutting down the logs and to make some kind of an income from the woods actually. So other thing is like you buy a home and you give that for the renting and still you get money here. But again, why do I just buy a land and keep it like that? I mean, I will talk about why it is not a good option. I mean, it's a good option, but if you think in application wise, the good option is to generate a tax from that whatever the assets you having. So then only they will see that as a future income actually. Next investment you can do is in mutual funds and other stock markets. That's one of my favorite place I put my money in, because if you see right now, as I said, inflation is higher, super high. That's the way that because you can see the price is going higher for each product. For example, I would say when I came here in 2016, the price value of 2 kg rice was like 18 krona or something like that. Right now for after 4 to 5 years now, it's been like 26 krona. So that's like it's going higher and higher. So that means it's a huge inflation is going on here as well. But in a normal life, if you check it, you don't see much differences. But that's why I said, like, if you put that kind of money in kind of mutual fund and stock market or something, then you can declare the tax here. So which means you can keep it for a longer time. So each year when you when you submit your tax return form and you declare that one, it is kind of information they will find out that you are getting you are generating some kind of an income for your future, and that will really helpful for your application. I think so. Longer period is like, anyway, we will take at least 7 to 10 years to get a citizenship here. So those 10 years, if you put it not to just show that I need a citizenship from Swedish Migration Board, if you think about in the future, that will really give you a financial stability in the future. For 10 years, you continuously depositing some kind of money, like whatever you can afford. So just put that one, and slowly it will generate income slowly by slowly, and every year those the dividends and compounding interest, all this comes on the top of that your money. Then it will be a huge amount of money. You even never know that it will be that bigger. So slowly you start investing in your personal stock or ETF or anything like that. And I can't tell. I'm gonna create another video, but in this one I can't tell you which one. The next one is a digital assets. Again, this is a high fluctuating asset, so if you put money, then be careful, because it can completely wipe out, or it can make you a millionaire as well. So what I'm talking about here is kind of Ethereum, Bitcoin, XRP, Solana, all these kind of digital assets. Like, this is the future of currency, like it's a digital currencies. So then NFTs, digital real estate, DeFi, fee yield earning. So these all I'm gonna make individual videos in coming months or coming days. So be careful. Just you might hear about this more like a Bitcoin. So this is like a future currency. And it's already made a lot of millionaires from it. Like suddenly it was like 0 point something when it started, then now it's like a 38,000 to 37,000 for one Bitcoin. So again, it can fluctuate a lot when in the long run, but again it made a lot of millionaires. So if you want to put that money, that just study properly and only invest the money you can lose in this kind of digital assets. Okay, if you are doing kind of trading with this kind of digital assets, you still need to declare tax. So I'm gonna make a video in the coming days. I already skipped from the last week, but yes, I'm gonna make a video so you will know how to declare those kind of digital assets when you're trading in Sweden. Okay. And the next one is a kind of a crowdfunding. Crowdfunding is like you find out a good project where a company who is looking for investors. So you put that money and wait for 1 year or something to generate income. Again, it is also high risky. Like it can wipe out your entire thing because the project can go decline and there is no special supporting financial thing that they will get you back. So it's again high risky, but again, if that is a successful project, you will get a good returns back actually with your capital and interest. Another way that is like normally people are doing right now is called online digital stores. Online stores is like digital stores where you don't need a physical store to keep. It's like there are lots of names you might be here, like it's called Amazon affiliate marketing or like drop shipping, all this kind of stuff. You can set up a store and yeah, slowly you pick up a favorite product of yours, then you sell through internet, and Amazon will take care of the delivery and other things. So then you will get a commission, and that money you declare the tax in Sweden. I mean the profit or the money you generating from that, you declare that in Sweden. So that's where it's also a long-term financial stability you can show to the migration board. You can also start a business here. So starting a business is also a good option for a long term, because slowly when you start generating an income, it also show you, even though you don't have a higher salary, still if something happens to your job, you can still support with your business here. Okay, so start with the sole proprietorship, then you move to the LLC company. Okay, so that's where it's a good option for the future as well. And the next one is I would like to talk about the kids. Again, it's not only like if you get your citizenship or the main applicant or a spouse get your citizenship, doesn't mean your kids will get your citizenship. So they also need to be here for 5 years living, but it's a good option to show to the migration board that you have a good knowledge about how your kids' future need to be. So for example, I definitely know that if you are in a work permit, you definitely getting you are getting a child benefit every month, at least 1,000 krona. So just think, like there are several projects going on in the bank actually for these kids' future. Hopefully you got some idea what I'm talking. I'm gonna make some kind of a video in the coming days, so for giving you clarity about these funds and mutual funds and digital assets and investing and all this kind of, because I've been following through. It's been like 3 to 4 years now. I'm studying this one and I'm trying that one, and I see the result. That's why I thought to share with you all this one. Share with you through the video. I don't have anything much to say, but all this I said, like they want to see, like even though without a job, how you gonna live here, because they don't want you to be a burden for the Swedish government. Like if you don't have a job or something, yeah, you can even apply for a casa. That's a good thing to do, because that will help you to get a 1 year salary even if you just lose the job or something. So that is also a good thing. But again, you need to prove that the migration that you have a good knowledge about the market and you have a good knowledge about the financial thing. At the same time, you are paying more taxes to the Swedish government. So that means they really like it. what my mentor said, like, you need to feed the goose who lay the golden eggs. So you cannot, maybe you understand what I'm talking about here. The goose is the government or whatever, and you need to feed whatever the money you are give it. So that will helpful to support the system here. So that way the government or the decision board can, or the migration board can know that you are a good citizen who have a good knowledge and a good potential for the development of this nation as well. And one more thing I would like to say, like, from the famous, the legendary, the Warren Buffett said, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. So just think, guys, doing 2 jobs or 3 jobs is not ideal. Until you have a good health, you can do 4 jobs or 5 jobs or something like that. It's not a problem. So once your health is gone, you won't be able to do any kind of a physical job I'm talking about. So start doing a small investing kind of thing. So while you sleep, the market will do its own stuff. So you can just sit and relax, and for a longer term, I'm not talking about short term selling and thing, I'm talking about the 10-year plus. So those time you never even know that how much money will be accumulated at the end of the day, and you can one day you can just use that money for the retirement or something like that in the longer term. Please don't stay in industrial revolution time. This is information era. So just find out all the information you want that is available in internet as a free, or some of them need to be paid. So you can start from free, then once you find out the value, then slowly you can move to the paying and finding out information. So just start studying, so start investigating. Don't just stay in one job and make a good living or something. Don't think like that way, because now in the COVID time we already seen that one. So in the future, for the future of your family, just start learning all this thing, or try to do it at least from a smaller scale. When I started, I did from a very small scale. I'm very skeptical and I was super afraid to do it, but slowly you know it will move and you will be more confident. Okay, so again, all this financial assets what I'm talking about is high risky, so only invest the money you can lose. Okay, so I'm not exaggerating it more, so hope you got an idea what I'm talking about here. So the main purpose is like to pay the tax, and you need to show that you are a good citizen, or you have a good understanding about the market here and your future. Okay, hopefully you got everything what I meant. So until we see next time, goodbye from Rinkunyu, Lexi and Toby. Bye.